Hello and welcome back to the Youngstown Click Be Connected podcast. Today I am here in downtown Youngstown yet again with Monica Anderson, who is a financial advisor for the Youngstown Business Incubator. Now, here's the thing. The Youngstown Business Incubator has been a part of so much in this town. I was blown away when I took a tour of the facility and kind of heard about some of the businesses that you guys really helped jumpstart or helped along the way. Unbelievable. But not everybody knows about the business incubator. Not everybody knows, first of all, that we have one. And then I'm still a little bit not very certain about the scope of what you guys do, who it's for, who could walk in and get help, how that happens. So we're going to find out. If you're an entrepreneur, you definitely want to pay attention. If you're a minority, like women in business entrepreneur, definitely find out about some specific programs available right now for you. And then even if you're not, check this out. We have something here in Youngstown that so many other cities don't have something like the Youngstown Business Incubator, correct?
Correct.
So, okay. So I'm kind of jumping ahead, but I just want to kind of set the stage. Monica is a financial advisor and works directly with them. And look at how nice she looks. She looks so she looks so nice. Okay, but before we
God bless you. Thank you.
Before we get started, I feel like we shouldn't even be on the same couch. I'm over here wearing my t-shirt and jeans. But listen, I got to shout out my t-shirt company. It's for the MVR. And on the back, I just love this representing. It says Youngstown, Ohio. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I love it. Youngstown, Ohio, real big. So everywhere I go, I get noticed. People always comment on this shirt. So thanks, MVR, for cool t-shirts. Okay. Also, real quick shout out to our sponsor, OhioFlame.com. They do custom-made fire pits, beautiful designs. You could stamp your logo in them. It'll be the talk of the bonfire in your backyard, your place of business, your event. Definitely check them out. Made from steel, right in the heart of Columbiana. So you're going to have a quality fire pit that lasts just for generations, won't blow away in the wind. And then also, we are coming from the Gallagher building at 23 North Hazel in downtown Youngstown.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
The originality and the exposed brick, they kept as much as they could of the history of this facility. And it's just beautiful. It's amazing. Everybody's been talking a lot lately since the explosion in another building downtown about the craftsmanship of some of these old buildings and just how phenomenal that things were built to last for so long.
It's a difference. This is a hidden gem.
For sure. That's amazing. Okay. So the Gallagher, they're on Facebook and they have long-term leases and they have Airbnbs. So when friends and family come down into Youngstown to stay, definitely check them out. You could get the link from their Facebook page. And again, it's right off of West Federal and Commerce. It's right on the little side street.
Walking distance from YBI.
Yeah, there. Yes, walking distance.
Right over here.
I love it. Now, a few of the Realty Tower residents have come over, so we've had to kind of adjust so we don't have as many Airbnb units as we did. But obviously for a good reason.
Right.
So yeah, so definitely check it out. It's beautiful. Monica saw them last.
Yes. Yes. We'll keep that part.
Yeah, got some future plans at the Gallagher. We were joking about hashtags and all this stuff that we could use to bring people down to the Gallagher. So, okay, let's get started. Monica, why don't you go ahead and introduce to Youngstown Click who you are and what you do, what the scope of your even before YBI. And then we'll kind of get into YBI and just a lot. She's also an author, guys. So we got a lot to talk about. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so for the majority of my adult career, I was in criminal justice.
What? No.
I have a bachelor's in criminal justice, and I worked at the prison. The private one on Hubbard Road.
Really?
So I was.
That's the maximum security?
No.
No.
You're thinking of 616.
Got it. Okay. Hey, can you move that a little bit closer to
yes, absolutely. Better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So I was there for about 16 years, and enough was enough. And I started hating my job. I started resenting Monday mornings. Like Sunday night came and it's feel like my chest is hurting because I know I have to go to work.
Wow.
And
it took 16 years to get there, though.
Yes.
Wow.
It wasn't always like that. It actually was kind of fun. I mean, it's a prison, people think fun, but we had working with certain
never could
people,
get boring.
Hello, for sure. But working with certain people or whatever, and certain management, it made it like family.
Okay.
An extended family. So it was nice, and I've learned so much. And some of the friends that I met there is now like family.
That's cool.
But then it shift management, employees in and out, and I just didn't. This wasn't for me.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. So me and my husband, we decided to buy a home, and in the process of us buying a home, we're going through, and I said, I can do this. I can be a realtor.
No way.
I could be a realtor. So
isn't that funny how one little okay, all right.
So my now broker who assisted me and my husband with the home, shout out to Marine Skyron, Klein Skyron, I'm sorry.
What is the name of their business?
I am with Century 21 Lakeside Realty.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So she's helping us navigate, look for homes. And I was like, I can do this. So I had a conversation with her.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, I'm going to introduce you to George. George Barrick is the owner of Century 21 Lakeside Realty.
Okay.
So connected with him, and he is awesome. He is awesome. Marie is awesome. And it was just like, okay, I want to do this.
Wow.
I want to do this. So went ahead and
they just encouraged you.
Oh,
that's amazing.
Absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
Great. So they weren't like, oh, you're going to be competition. I love when people are like that. That's great. That's
Century
great.
21 Lakeside Realty is a family.
Yeah.
You're in competition with yourself.
Okay.
What you put in this is what you get out of it.
Yeah.
Period.
That's great.
So I said, okay. Took the test, became a realtor, and then I end up leaving the prison.
Okay.
However, so I've never been in sales.
Okay. Oh,
so
right.
I've never been in sales.
Game. Yeah.
You know, I spoke with my husband. He's like, all right, this is what you want to do. Go ahead. So dove into real estate, and I wasn't comfortable with not getting regular money because I'm new to this, and I'm leaving a whole career field and going total opposite. So I'm like, okay, so now I'm trying to find my footing.
Okay.
So I'm connecting with people. I'm going to different events and asking questions, taking courses. And I was just like, okay, all right, got my first client. Okay, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, that's got to be a good feeling.
And one day I secured three contracts. I was so elated. Like, so I had 3 buyers and all 3 of them got accepted the same day. And I was like, oh, you couldn't tell me nothing. Yeah. I was ready. And then it's just like, okay.
That's great.
All right. But it wasn't enough for me.
Okay.
So again, I couldn't handle the up and down of the market.
Yes.
So I love real estate, and I will never, ever not be in real estate.
Right.
But I needed something to offset.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because I was accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and I want what I want. I want what I want. So
at least you know. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what can I do to help offset some income? Like, what can I do to help? And I was already a notary, and I was a notary from the prison.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'll utilize my
notary.
I'll utilize it. Absolutely. So I took a course to become certified as a loan signing agent.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm shopping around, and I'm trying to find a title company. I'm trying to find whoever will whoever will hire me.
Yeah.
So I end up getting with the title company, and the lady tells me, she tells me maybe like last year, like, Monica, you're our go-to.
Really?
Anytime we need, we're going to you.
Okay.
And I pride myself on being timely. I pride myself on being professional.
Yes. Okay.
And when the title company calls me to go do a loan signing, I'm going, doing it, and I'm immediately taking the paperwork back to them. So
Wow.
me being who I am, it kind of solidified and secured me for being their go-to.
That's amazing.
So I was like, okay, yeah, but that wasn't enough either. That wasn't quite enough for me. So I said, okay, I'm dealing with clients, and I see some of these clients are having credit issues with their credit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I took a course and became certified.
I love this. I love this journey.
And credit restoration. So, so I'm helping my clients. And Panera Bread was my shout out. Panera Bread.
Panera Bread is so many people's office. I can't even meet up, meet spot.
Yeah. It's close to my house. I'm like, meet me there, and we'll go over this or whatever. You know, buy some coffee, tea, a little bagel, whatever you want.
You guys should like do like little private booths.
I mean, really. So I'm going there, I'm meeting with clients or whatever, and everything's going cool. So now I hear about MBAC. And MBAC stands for Minority Business Assistance Center.
Okay.
And MBAC is housed in YBI.
Oh, so it's a different entity.
It's a different entity.
Okay.
So YBI is the incubator, and MBAC is just housed inside of there. However, it's a big family.
Well, that makes sense because I know that like there's some people that some organizations only help minorities. But YBI has helped everybody.
Right.
And so that's one thing I was questioning is like, okay, you don't have to be a minority to get help from YBI. Okay.
Right. One thing about us, even though it's a minority business assistance center, we don't turn away anyone.
Oh, nice.
We try to help each and every one. And if our organization can't do it, then we'll tag someone else in.
That's nice. So you're just trying to help small businesses, the economy. That's
for
beautiful.
Sure. Okay. For sure. So we're not saying, no, we can't hire you. No, we can't use you. No, it's like, come on. Okay. What's going on? Okay. What's the issue? Okay. Let's link you with this organization. Let's link you with this organization. Yeah. And still help you cross that finish line.
That's beautiful.
So I hear about MBAC, and I hear about it from one of my best friends.
Okay.
And I said, okay, I'm going to go. So I go and I schedule an appointment with Tanisha Willer. Tanisha Willer at that time is the business advisor.
Okay.
Shout out to Tanisha Willer right now. She is now the regional director. Good job, girl.
And you guys are going to actually hear from her soon. We had her scheduled last week, but she had a reschedule. Yeah.
So I was her client.
Okay.
And while I'm her client, I always say, and I give props and kudos to her because she gave me new vision.
Wow.
I couldn't see what I couldn't see. It's right in front of me. Wow. Going down there with her and meeting with her. And when I say I was doing my due diligence, like every Wednesday was our appointment. It was standard. Wow. Every Wednesday, I'm coming. And every time she gave me homework, I knocked it out. Okay, next. Okay, this is what I got to do. I have a week to do this because I got to go see her again because I am trying to soar. I'm trying to upscale my business.
Yes,
I'm trying.
You're serious.
Oh, for sure. So she's like, okay, let's get you certified. I was Tanisha's first Black female who was certified. Matter of fact, I want to say in Mahoney County. I might have been the first Black female to be certified in all 4 categories. So with MBAC in the state, you have state certifications.
Okay.
And you'll have a certification in women in business.
Okay.
You'll have a certification as a minority in business.
Okay.
Veteran friendly.
Okay.
And EDGE, economic disadvantage area. So I was able to.
What does the veteran friendly mean?
So I used to be in the Air Force.
Oh, I
used to be in the Air Force. Or if you're not a veteran, if you're a business owner and you hire majority of your employees are veterans, then you can qualify for that.
Wonderful.
So, it's different. It's different areas and avenues to get. Yeah. And the beauty about being certified is now it's a pool that you can bid into, but you could only bid in this pool with state contracts, state government contracts.
If you're certified. And you were the first Black female in Ohio.
And no, not in Ohio, in our county.
In Mahoney County. Wow.
To
okay.
Have all four of them.
Congratulations.
So it was like, oh, okay. Thanks. So it was really nice to accomplish that. And the government have set-asides.
Yeah.
Set-asides for minority businesses.
Okay.
So they want to work with you.
Okay.
However, you have to be certified. And the certification process is free.
Wow.
It's not, it don't cost you anything.
Yeah.
However, it's a checklist that you have to complete. And the majority of them is mostly tax questions. But if you're the type of person, the type of business who been on it and has been filing taxes, then it's not an issue.
Nothing.
It's nothing at all.
That's great.
And it's worth it. It's so worth it. Then if you're certified, we have business loans that you can take. So I'll pause there. I'll come back.
Yeah.
So as I'm Tanisha's client and I'm going through all this and I'm becoming certified, I said, okay, I don't want to meet at Panera always. I need a little bit more privacy. We're talking about clients, socials, and credit. Like that's too. Let's get some privacy. So I became a tenant at YBI.
Oh, okay. So talk to us about that. People can go. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's pause that.
Okay,
and we'll go back. Man, okay, we can go to so many rabbit trails. But go ahead.
So
you're moving on up, and just I'm sure you're feeling that excitement.
Yeah,
like this is becoming real.
Right. So I'm like, okay, now I'm feeling like I'm just solidifying my career path, and I'm just owning. Like, oh, okay, I got my own office. Okay, so everything could come here, or whatever. And so now, with the new grant cycle come about, Tanisha's now become the regional director. Okay. And she says, hey, Monica, do you want to come work for me?
Wow.
You want to become? And I started as a business advisor with her.
Okay.
So Tanisha moved up and I took her spot.
Got it.
I took her spot. Wow. And as we're progressing, I then get promoted to the financial advisor.
Okay.
All the while I'm her client, I says, this really ain't enough. Although I'm doing the real estate, I'm doing the notary, I'm doing the credit. Okay, now I'm in my office. I'm like, so I started teaching.
What?
Financial literacy.
Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. So I love this real quick because you've heard people say, and you kind of mentioned it before, that you shouldn't be in competition with other people. You should be in competition with the person that you know you could be.
What?
And it's
for sure.
And it sounds like that's kind of like, you're like, no, I know I could do more. Mm-hmm. I know that there's more. Right. I know that there's more. So it's kind of like a competition with who you know that you could be in the market you could be making. That's amazing.
And the transition for me was me saying out loud to myself, like, and this is why I was at the prison. I'm like, this is not what God wanted for me. This is not what God wanted for my life. This can't be because I'm miserable. I don't even feel healthy. Like, this cannot be it. So I hurt myself and it just resonated. It stuck with me and I was like, to get something you never had, you have to do something you never did.
Come on.
So I'm like, okay, I am going to step out on faith. Scared.
For sure.
But it's like, what's the alternative?
Wow.
I hate it here.
Right.
So I don't like it. So you're going to sit here and keep complaining, Monica?
Wow.
You going to sit here and cry? Yeah. I tell my daughters, I have 2 daughters.
Okay.
Shout out to Morgan and Maya. My baby girl made me shout her out.
Oh, that's great. I love it. I love it.
So I tell them, like, you can only vacation in sadness. You can only vacation in tears, in sorrow, and depression. Listen, sometimes we need a good cry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might need a reset. You might need a pause. Cool. That's a vacation.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a vacation. I'm gonna give you 3 days to just okay. Monday morning, let's go.
I love it.
Let's go because them tears is what you gonna drown in them tears.
That's
You're
so
gonna need
good.
a new set of tear ducts if you
Yeah.
keep crying
Right.
and crying. Like, let's go because the option. Failure is not even an option. We're not failing. And lessons. It's not a failure. It's a lesson.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you need them. Okay, now I know not to do this.
Yes.
And maybe I need to do a little bit more
Yes.
of that.
And you know, for that, we really do need community because there are so many things that you're like, okay, you could look at somebody else's mistake and be like, okay, but that mistake, like, that one. And so sometimes people, when they need community and support the most, that support kind of flinches back and goes, oh, I don't know if I want to be. And that is the worst thing that could happen because we will all get through anything. If there's somebody to have our back. And not say, oh, you didn't do anything wrong, or not say, oh, doesn't exist, but just to be there with it. You know what I'm saying? This recent thing that happened in downtown Youngstown, you know, some things were happening and people want to blame, and understandably, but mistakes were made. And there are people who feel bad that those mistakes were made. And like, it's just interesting to watch because sometimes we'll wrap our arm around somebody in one mistake, but you make a different mistake and I am not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's interesting. So yeah, to be able to vacation, I think that the biggest thing is like, do you have somebody to help walk you through it? You know what I mean? To take your hand and say, okay, let's keep going. I love that.
And I don't know if I'm an Aquarius, so I don't know if this is an Aquarian thing, but I isolate myself. I need a moment. If I had a magic remote that I can just pause everything and just me, I'm the only thing moving.
It's like those blinds that go,
I'm like,
those electric blinds.
I need a moment. I'll isolate myself.
Wow.
I'll isolate myself. I will talk it out. I like to go walk in nature.
That's good.
And
it's good.
It's like, okay. You've prayed about it. You've cried about it. You've thought about it.
Yeah.
Let's go. My word is figure outable, even though that's not.
Oh my goodness. Wait, have you heard of Marie Forleo?
No.
Oh my goodness. She has this thing and she says her mom would always say, it's figure outable.
Really?
Yes, I promise you. That's her big
Okay,
thing.
I got it.
And I have that on my wall in my office. It's figure outable because yeah, she had this poor mom who had to figure things out. And so if something was broken, she was like, it's figure outable. And
everything. Everything. And I've been telling my daughter, my oldest daughter is 24 and she just bought her first home.
Oh, good for her.
She just bought her first home, so I walked her through the process. But even leading up to that, like we had something called table talk growing up.
Okay.
And if you had something to tell mom and you didn't want to get in trouble about it, you're like, Mom, could we go to the table? And it's like, in my head, I'm like, oh God, what? Okay, baby. Okay.
Oh man.
But I just wanted a safe place where she can come.
Yeah. So what were the rules? What were the rules?
Now, I told her, you can tell me whatever it is you want to tell me.
Okay.
Now, I did tell her, like, okay, in life, there's consequences.
Yes.
It's going to be some consequences.
Yeah.
However, if she pulled me to the side and brought me to the table, we're going to figure it out.
Nice.
We're going to figure it out together.
Okay.
And that don't mean I'm not going to get mad.
Right.
That don't mean, but it's not, it would be much worse if I found out without you telling me.
Okay, good.
So it's like, Mom, I want to talk to you. And okay, honey. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be,
man.
but
okay.
But it worked, and she still remembers this, and it like I'm gonna adapt that for my future.
Isn't that
kids.
something? So the situations came and went. You could have freaked out, blasted her or whatever. The situations came and went. They're dealt with. They're figured out. But the memory of the experience has stayed with her. That's amazing.
So it's like, get your
Sometimes
pen.
in the moment, that would be hard to do.
Oh yeah. What? What? Oh my! Like, I want to flip this table over, but I'm just gonna be
like, okay, the rules are the rules.
Okay.
Wow.
Like, I don't know. Do I need to bring a glass of wine to this table or what? what's going on?
Oh man. Oh,
My
that's amazing.
goodness. So it was a journey, and
Yeah.
as my kids are 12 years apart,
Oh,
so
wow. Wow. Okay.
so some of the stuff I did with her, I'm not doing with my second. I'm tweaking and I'm learning.
Yes, yes,
because
yes, yes.
parenting is on the job training.
Right. I know.
It is
I
on
know.
the
I
job
know.
training.
You know what? That's
not
the
a
thing.
one size fit all.
Nope. Nope. It's not like you're like, oh, I'm coming in with such a years of experience and I'll
Like,
be a good mom. But you're like, this is it.
What?
This is it. This little
Different
life. Oh my
personalities,
goodness.
and then
Oh man.
just from 12 years apart, society has changed drastically. And I'm like,
you're
what? This is
right.
okay. Whew. All right, here we go.
Man.
Because
yeah.
it's
a different language out there.
is.
But then
It
still
is.
trying to teach them the language that you want to teach them as a family when the messaging of other languages have never, and obviously not physical languages, but just social languages has never been so strong, has never had such a strong pull. And so to pull somebody together in a cohesive environment, that would be a very big challenge. You know what I mean? To say, hey, our family, what it means to be part of our family. I love that. Like I never had kids of my own, but like I love when I hear people say, hey, we are this and this is what that means. In this world, it doesn't matter how the world changes. This is what it means to be such and such, you know?
And I'm my kid's number one fan. Regardless of what, guess what? And let's be honest. Let's be totally transparent. Sometimes I don't like you. Sometimes you don't like me. I'll always love you.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna always love me.
Yeah.
Like that's just right now. You've pissed me off.
Yeah.
Right now, I've pissed you off.
Right.
And that's just.
But there is a safety in that.
Oh yes.
There's a safety in
And like-
knowing that you might not like me right now, but I know you love me.
Right.
Right.
And I voice that with them.
Wow.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
And your feelings are valid.
Yeah.
So this is life.
Right.
You think you're gonna like everybody all the time, every
Yeah.
second? No.
Wow.
No, you're not.
So many adults haven't learned that. I don't like you, so you're a bad person. You will always be a bad person. I stamp you. I put you in that box, and you're going to stay in that box. They never learn that. Hey, like there's you go through things.
Right.
You work through things, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. But like the difference with my daughter, she started, my oldest.
Okay.
She started doing makeup. My oldest girl skipped grades. She graduated early. She finished college in 3 years.
Wow.
Got her bachelor's.
Yeah.
So, but she didn't want to go to college. Mom, I want to do makeup. I said, you had a full ride to watch you. I was like, oh no, I don't think so. You got a full ride. Well, I want to stay on campus. I don't think so. And we live here. You 10 minutes away.
Wow.
You have a car. You better drive your behind down to YSU and bring your tail back because I'm not paying that money for this. But,
Right.
But she was like, I said, why you can't do both?
Okay.
You're smart enough to do both. So I allowed her to start doing makeup in my basement. I allowed her to do makeup in my basement, and she started her business. Her business is Made by Morgan.
Made by Morgan.
Made by Morgan.
And she
Shout out
did
to
your
Made by
makeup.
Morgan.
And she did your
my
makeup today, and
yes.
it looks beautiful.
Yes. And she also has her office in YBI as well.
Really? For her makeup?
For her makeup.
Oh no. Okay.
Made by
Does she
Morgan.
create makeup too, or she does the looks?
She just does the looks.
I love
she
that.
does
That's
the looks.
beautiful.
There's
Do you
something
know-
that she's dibbling in
Okay.
to start a line. But
Good.
my baby girl, Maya, we just started her a lip gloss business.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we just started her one. So her business is fresh. So we was just working on that over the weekend.
But look at what you've inspired working with entrepreneurs, and as an entrepreneur, it becomes the norm for so many other people. And obviously we need people who go to the 9-to-5s, and there's people who love the security in that. They love that, and thank God for them showing up to work. Love that. But yeah, entrepreneurship is definitely something that first generation usually has to pave that way and really have the struggle and the hustle. And then, it's interesting. Yeah.
But makeup was like a roller coaster for her. And she was kind of like resentful that I made her go to school. But then a couple years ago, makeup wasn't doing this great. And she said, you know what, Mom? I'm happy that you made me go to school. She was like, at least I have my degree to fall back on. And I was like, because I'm not allowing you to put all your eggs in one basket. You can do both. And this is figure outable. This is all figure outable because no. And now she's doing both.
Is she?
She has a 9 to 5. She also, now I just stated she purchased her own home and she's still doing makeup and she's good at it.
Love it.
She is good at it.
Yeah.
And she's booked and busy. My Lord.
Okay, listen. So I have been so scared of makeovers and makeup and stuff because like, you know, I don't know. I just always felt like, okay, if somebody put like too many colors, I'd look like a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just not good. So I got invited by JCPenney Beauty. Did you know that there's like it's like not Sephora, but it's like a whole beauty section in JCPenney?
What, by the salon?
No, like in the middle of the store.
Oh, it's replaced this.
It's replaced Sephora.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called JCPenney Beauty. And then they do like makeovers and they'll help you fix stuff for your
like
Cisco.
Ulta, kind of.
Yes, kind of like Ulta. Yeah, you're not as big, but obviously like, and so they have their own eclectic, unique brands and some popular TikTok brands and stuff. So they invited me and they said, hey, let's do a makeover. So I was so nervous because I was like, I hope for their sake, I hope it comes out okay because like I know like there's some people who just wear makeup well and it's just whatever. And I was like, I was nervous. So I even said, hey, my face, like I'm not the easiest makeup person. My eyes are like whatever. But it came out so amazing. And,
I'm happy.
Yeah. So you guys, if you want to check that out, you can see the before and after on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
But yeah, it was amazing. And so I'm so like, man, makeup's come such a long way. She put the stuff on my face that like neutralized the green or the red and like all this. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like
Looked very
Picasso
natural.
with these brushes.
I know.
My goodness. My goodness. And my daughter does makeup and you would think that I would wear and have face full of makeup all the time because I'm not paying her. I birthed you, girl. You owe me.
Right. Yep.
But I don't really care to do it.
No? Wow.
I don't.
Wow.
I'm like,
Well,
no.
it really is a skill though. It really
it is.
Oh my goodness. Putting the bronzer in the right place and all that stuff. I'm going to try to recreate it because they gave me a little tutorial while they were doing it. So I have not yet tried the whole thing at home, but I'm going to. To see.
But it just practice.
You could see in the video, she does one eye and then she's like, here, go ahead and do the other eye. And it's all quirky.
And
she's like, oh, you're amazing. You are so, she was like, you are so good. We're just going to fix that a little bit. She was like so kind. Oh my goodness. It was great. And it came out looking great because of her.
So, did you go somewhere special?
No, it was just the day that we wanted to show that there was a beauty place in JCPenney because so many people don't know.
So that's a good way to have a little photo shoot. You're already over beat up.
Oh, see, I should have. I should have been like,
right. You could have just changed your shirt. You could have been in the underwear at the bottom and just been like,
hey,
nobody will ever do it.
Youngstown powerhouse right here. Oh man, that's so funny. I did tell them, I was like, I need somewhere to go now because it was just like an average Wednesday. Had nowhere to be. Yeah,
right. I'm just gonna go for a walk.
Right. Through the mall. I should have gone. I should have gone through the mall.
What?
I should have been.
See
What?
this?
What? I went straight out to my car.
Yeah. No, we gotta get you out the house. We have to get you out this house.
Oh my goodness. I start editing the post. I mean, yeah. That's so funny. Okay, so now you work at YBI or you work for MVAC.
I work for MBAC.
MBAC, okay.
Inside of YBI.
Okay, got it.
So it is norm that if a client goes through YBI and they need some type of assistance,
yes,
they're sending them to MBAC.
Okay.
If MBAC have a client and YBI can assist them, we're sending them to YBI.
That's beautiful.
When I say it's a family ordeal, that's what it is. It's like, oh, could you help? I'm going to send you such and such. Okay, send them. No problem. And because we're not in the habit or in the practice of turning down anyone.
Right.
We're going to find some way, somehow. But in the journey where when Tanisha was asking, like, hey, would you like to come work? And I'm like, me and my husband had just started our vending machine business.
Oh,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Oh, what? Okay. Do you still have that?
Yes.
Really? What's that called?
J&M
Because we love shouting out local businesses here.
Anderson Enterprise.
What is it?
J&M
J&M Anderson Enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of
For
vending
Jason,
machines do you have?
For Jason and Monica.
Okay.
It is snacks and beverage.
Okay. Nice. Great. That's amazing.
So, yes. So we started that. I'm like, oh, okay. And now I have that, and Tanisha offered me this position, and I was like, my husband's like, you should go for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I was nervous because now I've been out of the traditional workforce for a couple of years now. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
Used to a little freedom.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm doing, you know, setting this, and it's like, okay. But I just love helping people.
That's amazing.
I love helping people. So, and I know what it did for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, I'm willing to do that.
That's great.
And I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
For my entrepreneurs who haven't reached the scale that they want.
Yeah.
Keep that 9 to 5.
Okay.
Keep that 9 to 5. And 9 to 5 plus entrepreneur is beautiful marriage and taxes.
Yes.
It's a beautiful marriage and taxes.
Yes.
Because that's a whole segment in itself.
Yeah. Yeah. That is. You know what? Honestly, that really is. Yeah. Yep.
That's a whole segment in itself. Mm-hmm. But keep it. You know, now
if people have questions about that, they could come to YBI and ask and get some. You know, there are a lot of people who've little hobby has turned into an actual like growing thing. So at that point, they could go.
Yes, because we're helping startups.
Okay.
You can still be in ideation.
Okay. Oh.
Just brainstorming
your
ideas, and we can help you and give you some type of direction to where you at, what you can do, and these are the tools to do that.
Got it.
If you are ready, maybe 3 years in business, and you need some type of assistance with procurement, loans, guidance.
Okay.
Certification.
Yeah.
You can come to us and we can help.
That's amazing.
You've been in business for 3 years. You want to get your business certified. You want to be able to bid on some type of contracts with the state government, and maybe you want to get a loan. So my position as a financial advisor, I do everything. The money lady. Everything money.
Yeah.
So if you come to me and you want, let me back up. There's only one loan right now that we have that you don't have to be certified to get.
Okay.
And that's our WBE loan. Okay. That's for our women.
Oh, okay.
However, again, certification is free.
Yeah.
But if you as a woman get this loan without certification, the interest rate is 3%.
Okay.
If you are certified, the interest rate is sliced in half to 1.5%.
You're kidding.
So it's
nobody gives loans at 1.5%.
We have one even better. We have a loan. It's called our microloan.
Okay.
Our microloan minimum you can get is $10,000.
Okay.
The max you can take is $45,000.
Wow.
And it's at a 0% interest rate.
What?
And I tell my clients this is the closest thing to free. This is the closest thing to a grant that you're going to get from the state at this moment.
Wow. Okay. And so then how long do they start paying it back immediately?
Yes. So you will have to be certified to get the microloan.
Okay.
You have to be in business at least 2 years.
Okay.
And it's 5 to 7 years you take to pay it back.
Okay.
And that's depending on how much you take.
Right.
So,
and you look at them, you look and see, hey, are you able to sustain this and make these payments and all that stuff?
So
but wow, that's amazing.
What I do is help facilitate this application, get everything together, and then we package it up and send it to the state.
Man.
The state then makes the ultimate decision as to approval or sometimes is I don't like to say denial.
Yeah.
I like to say delayed.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Because-
like an absence of something
Right,
needed. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it's like, it's not denied, it's just delayed because
it.
we need to do this.
Got
we
it.
need to add this. We need to do, and it's like,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
And then we'll reshuffle the deck and go ahead and keep it moving.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So what is one of the biggest common mistakes that you see small businesses or startups making?
Not filing their taxes
Okay.
or having auntie
File
file their taxes
Okay.
or doing it themselves.
Okay.
Like you're leaving money on the table. Understand everybody have a lane.
Okay.
It's like let's break this down. It's like Thanksgiving.
Okay.
If you know that you're making that macaroni and everybody loves your macaroni, do not come over here bringing some freaking. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, what? Macaroni, that's what you do.
We don't want your potatoes. We don't want your potato salad.
And they're not even that good.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right,
And it's
right.
like, you can't introduce something new on Thanksgiving. You better been practicing that.
Got it. Okay.
For
okay,
a little while.
okay,
You better
okay.
brought those to the cookout. So
Okay.
it's like with entrepreneurs, it's like you have to spend your money. You don't really have a lot of money
Yeah.
starting out. However, you need to make sure you spend your money on making sure your business is set up properly. And
Okay.
that's through accounting
Yes. Okay.
and legal.
Okay.
So, especially if you're in a partnership,
Yes.
you want to make sure
Oh, right.
you have operating agreements. You want to make sure everything is set up right because you're taking the cheap route and you're doing your taxes yourself.
Yeah.
And you could have saved yourself
Yeah.
thousands of dollars, or you could have missed out on thousands of dollars because you think you know what you know.
Got it.
Because maybe it was cool when you had a simple return.
Right.
You was working this 9 to 5 and
Yeah,
it was just
yeah, it
cut
was
and dry,
easy.
right? But now that you're bringing in
Okay.
your entrepreneur, now it's like, whoa, do you know it all?
Got
So you don't want to do that. And understanding your taxes is so important.
Yeah.
Your taxes are so important because in the event you want to get a loan,
Yeah.
and I'm talking a loan through whatever financial entity,
Yeah.
they're going to want to see your taxes.
Yeah.
They're going to
true,
want to see
true.
your taxes. And if your taxes is not up to par,
Yeah.
guess what?
You're not going to get. Wow.
You're not going to get
Okay.
that. So
So
taxes,
finding a good now, if let's just say they don't have a good accountant and they've been doing it themselves, do you guys have like some suggestions for them if they were to come?
Yes,
So
we can always refer.
I think sometimes people are afraid to walk through the doors because they think, oh, they're going to look at me and be like, oh, she's a mess, right? But they could come in their mess and try to get it straightened out. They
Yes.
might just not be ready for a loan or something big. Is that correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And this is why we just had an event. We had the business speed dating event.
Yes. Yes.
And that was a way where,
Oh, they could meet some of these professionals.
yeah, you can meet
Yes,
these professionals
yes.
to say, hey, I have a question.
I mean, yes.
What about da-da-da? And it's like, you know what? It's a 5-minute conversation
Yeah,
and you know what? Here's my card. So now
Yeah.
the ice is broke.
Right,
Hey,
right.
hey, Deb, I met you at the.
Yes,
And it's like,
yes.
okay, but what we'll
Do you know I'm opening an account with one of the banks because of that event?
awesome. That's what it's all about.
So,
That's
yeah, I
what
know
it's
you
all
should-
about right there. And that's what it is. It's like just community pulling together to have a common goal in helping small businesses because small business is the heartbeat.
Yeah. Yep. It sure is.
It is the heartbeat. So if you come and you say, hey, I don't have an attorney, don't worry about it. I'm going to send you. Now,
Yeah.
when we send you somewhere, there's no obligation.
Right.
I might send someone to Joe Blow and they ain't met Joe Blow and they say, I don't like Joe Blow.
Right.
The energy, I don't
Yeah.
really, cool.
Right.
We're not getting a kickback from
Right.
Joe Blow.
Right.
Joe Blow's not getting a kickback.
You're not gonna be mad. Yeah, exactly.
It's none of that. This is your business. This is your
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you an option.
Right.
You can go, okay, you don't want to go? Okay, try this one.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
And I know, for the first couple years in business, even as a photographer, I didn't feel like I was legit, right? I felt like I was like doing this kind of on my own, like, you know what I'm saying? And so if I had to do it all over again, so many, I mean, there's still so much for me to learn, but if I had to do it all over again, I would have walked through the doors of the YBI or the MBAC, 100%, because it would have like given me the foundation to say I'm an actual business, not just a girl out here taking pictures. And I'm good. Like I love doing it, and my business was growing. I don't do photography too much anymore, just word of mouth and stuff. But yeah, so much of some of my missteps, and I know I've probably left so much money. I was doing my own taxes, so I feel you. Right. If that's you, I get you.
Right,
like I'm not. There's
and listen, that's why you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
in the beginning at first, you know. Yeah. But it's like we have to splurge on
the things that matter.
The things that matter that's going to be beneficial. And it's grant programs out there. Valley Partner had a grant program where they was helping people with legal and accounting.
Incredible.
So it's like, oh, okay.
Right. And because they know that those are the two things that really will help a business kind of like set that foundation and that ground floor.
And the state is going to roll out something very similar to that.
Really?
So it's like,
wonderful.
Because these are so vital. Those two are so vital.
Yes.
And
so the state of Ohio seems to be pretty not assertive, I should say, in helping small businesses. Like this administration, it seems like they really, like I know that DeWine had he's been a part of this whole like the lake to the river and all. Okay. Really trying to bring like small businesses and really offer that, which is the heartbeat of any economy. Honestly, it can't be just like helpy. There's got to be like that middle ground. And so it seems like, I mean, I see it just kind of observation. It seems like Ohio is committed to helping its small businesses.
And this is why they have the set asides, and the state has to spend the money. So they have to spend the money on small businesses. So they're not gatekeeping this money. They want to give it to you. They want to give it. However, you just have to do the work.
Right. Because otherwise people would be taking advantage, kind of like the COVID money.
Right.
People were making stuff up and making businesses up. And
so like, they want what they want. Okay. If you have all these, you have all the requirements. Okay.
Yeah.
Here you go.
That's amazing.
And feedback, like what are you getting from the clients? You know, we need help with this, we need help with this. But this is why we have our own lunch and learns, our seminars and everything like that. So
speaking of, go ahead. Sorry.
Just to educate entrepreneurs on different topics. So we come together, you know, we say, we just had an event last week. We just had an event, and this was up in Lake County though.
Okay.
And it was they wanted to really know about certification.
Oh, that's great.
And it's like, what now? What do we do once we have this? And so our team went up there and explained everything. We have a certification specialist. We have a business advisor, me, the financial advisor, letting them know everything in our lane. Like, this is what, and they like, oh my goodness, like we had no idea.
Yeah.
And the state has MBACs all over the state of Ohio.
Really?
So I was like, I'll connect you to the Cuyahoga one.
Oh, that's
the Summit
great.
County, like it's
wonderful.
Toledo, it's Columbus.
That's great.
It's all over.
Right.
But for some reason, a lot of people don't know.
I know.
And all the services we do are free.
Listen, I got to tell you guys this. I've been kind of bumping into YBI and this whole crew for a little bit now, but I have never walked through the doors of there. And now, even as we're talking, I'm like, I need to make an appointment. So tell them how to make that first step. Do they go onto the website? Do they make a phone call?
Yes, they can go to the website and
okay, what is the website?
YBI.org. You can go in there and you can navigate that website, and you could go under the MBAC, and it's Ohio Development, and reach out and schedule an appointment. Perfect. Or go ahead and just see what the website offers.
Yeah.
If it's something that you're interested in, by all means. What I always tell my clients is, if you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to get your voice out there, you're trying to get your product out there, nobody's breaking into your house to do it. Oh. Nobody's breaking into your house to buy anything from you.
Oh,
nobody's going to do that. So if you're the shy person, if you are, I don't really like public speaking, and I don't really like connecting, I'm awkward and I got anxiety. I hear you. I hear you.
Go to Toastmasters. Do you know Toastmasters?
Yes, I
All right,
do.
go to Toastmasters. That's a little plug. Listen, I've seen people in there. There was one girl, she was like, she'd start running out of air and her throat would constrict like this. And she actually became the president. And then she got 2 promotions, had to quit Toastmasters because her promotions at work just happened like so fast. And so she had to quit, but she's doing great.
Awesome.
And
I love that.
Way better speaker. I am just now ending my term as president of Toastmasters. And they are we have such a good group.
I want to be a part.
Oh my goodness, you would be great. So let's talk about this while we still have time, because I still have some questions. You are an author. Let's do that real quick. Talk about what the book is about, etc.
So, in my whole tenure of this entrepreneur, I'm like, this is not enough either. I want a little bit more. So
Okay.
I'm teaching financial literacy to the youth, and I'm going to different schools. However, I was like, I'm going to write my own book. Let's get
Wow.
financially lit.
Okay.
That's
I like
that's my
that.
book.
Play
And
on words.
And it's everything financial literacy.
Yeah.
And so,
Really? Can they buy it hard copy or
yes.
is it
So
digital?
they can do both.
Okay.
However, it will be officially, matter of fact, it should be officially this evening or tomorrow morning.
Okay.
On Amazon.
Congratulations. That's
It'll be
amazing.
so just got done with the final touches.
All right, guys. And if you
everything.
buy it and then you go to the YBI, you could probably have her sign it, which honestly is probably a good idea while she's still like here. Because pretty soon she'll be like, it just wasn't enough. It's like, so I went to Washington and restructured the whole entrepreneur thing.
You're crazy.
So they could buy that on Amazon starting.
Yes.
Okay.
So that would either be what's today's Monday, so let's just say for safe Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
They'll be able to purchase that book.
Nice. Let's get financially lit.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay. Perfect. And then for people, I know that so many parents want to teach their kids about financial literacy. It's so important to teach kids. But it's also so important for you to learn first and show them, kind of like you were talking about showing. I heard there was something for kids. Do you know anything about, like, there's like a course for kids, entrepreneurs and stuff like that?
Actually, what's funny is most banks, I'm just finding this out as well. Most banks have tools to assist you that are free. And you don't even have to be a customer.
Really?
So you can go to PNC.
Okay.
I just was speaking to a branch manager from
Yeah,
PNC.
yeah.
And
A couple of them showed up to your event.
Yes.
And they were wonderful.
Yes,
They were fantastic.
yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to PNC. My peeps over there. As well as 717.
717.
Yes,
And
they
who else
definitely-
showed up? Chase. Just Chase.
Oh, Lord God, Jesus. Yes, Chase. My heart goes out to Chase. My heart goes out to Chase because one of the members that was over there was our sponsor. So he will forever be in, everyone will forever be in our prayers. And
Wow.
oh, Lord, oh, that was just awful. That was just awful. And it could have been much more worse
So worse. Yeah.
than it was. However, I'm
was.
just praying for the family of the one who lost his life. Akil, I think his name was. However, the ones who were injured,
Yeah.
I have to say a prayer for them as well. But yes, big shout out to Chase.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Chase.
Right. And I remember that they sponsored just a couple weeks before, and these are all our local neighbors, local friends. There's a couple GoFundMe's out there. I shared one on Youngstown Click. There's a girl, she had a cleaning business and worked at Chase, and just in her, who knows how long it'll be before she can even walk again, let alone like clean and stuff,
Valley Partners was another one who sponsored our events, who we work close with. Shout out to them
They're
as well.
wonderful. Yeah, they're another one. If you're a small business, you definitely want to. But the reason is you guys work so close together. So if they come to you, then they could connect them to them.
Oh yes.
Oh, what a wonderful team.
And I tell our clients that we're like a Rolodex.
Oh, nice.
We're like your personal Rolodex. So if you need something and you don't know, let us know. And it's like, we'll connect you.
Yes.
Not a problem.
Oh,
Not
see, I love
problem
that.
at all.
I love that. This is what makes communities great. This is what makes, I say this, and I'm kind of working on a t-shirt or some whatever, but communication is the language of community. Right? It's the connector of community. So the thing, and I don't know that I'm going to put it on a t-shirt, but it's so vital. Like, just like Italian is the language of Italy, English is the language of the USA, French is the language of France. And if you're going to go over there and you're going to actually survive and function in the best way, you're going to end up picking up that language.
For sure.
So in communication is so necessary. Without communication, you're disconnected and you're not in community. You're not going to take advantage of that. And so to have a central point where people can go into, and then, like you said, like the Rolodex, and there's communication and there's avenues to say, hey, you would be good over here. You would be good over here. That's so vital for communities. Otherwise, people stay disconnected and they're on the fringes of things, and it doesn't have to be. And then their light can't shine because it's not connected and it's over here in a little corner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very passionate about this subject. Listen. Yeah. Go ahead.
And you're so right. Yeah. You're so right. It's needed. You can't. Collaboration.
Yes, collaborate. See, I'm like all these C words: connection, community, communication, collaboration.
Collaboration. You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
You cannot do it alone.
Yeah.
And if that means, and feelings in business don't go. It's oil and water. Get out your feelings and do business. It is what there's no room for feelings.
You're right. You're right.
Well,
you're
I
right.
feel like, and I feel, that's cute.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Somebody was so rude the other day, and they were like, I just feel, They were real catty. And I walked away and I was like, you know what? I don't even know why I'm in this conversation right now. So I walked away. And, but then on the drive home, I was like, I should have said, right. But, and I'm glad I didn't, because like I kept it together, but then I was like, what? Whatever. But I was like, I should have looked right at him and said, what percentage of the time are your feelings accurate? Like, tell me, or is 1%? Because you're judging not only me, but so much other stuff because of how you're sitting there feeling right now. And you're acting like, because he felt this way, that was 100% accurate. And he was like out of his like reasoning mind. And then I was like, why am I even, it doesn't even matter. I don't even need to reason with this guy.
And some people are just stuck in their ways, and they're going to think how they're going to think, and they're going to act how they're going to act, regardless of you telling them like, no, that's not true. Look at this. And you're producing facts.
It doesn't matter.
Those are type of people you just let them be. You just let them be.
I know.
Because silence is a response. Silence is a response.
Yeah,
and
you're right. So I did something good.
Sure.
I'm on the way home. Like,
and people transfer energies. And you could be having a good day, and somebody just pissed you off, and now all of a sudden, like
you're in your car feeling mad.
Like no. I'm going to
Okay, moments with Monica. We were talking about this. Silence. What did you say? Silence
is a response.
Is a response, and energies transfer, which we all know, but what a reminder. Sometimes you just need that in the morning to be reminded, hey, listen, whatever you face, you go out, don't be so, responsive. Yeah.
And you have to kill people with kindness. And one of my other things is the word no just means next opportunity.
That's so good. So, do you know, I just made a post about fitness. My friend Lucia from Color Vanity really has encouraged me to like start taking my, fitness journey a little more seriously. And I'm so thankful she did, but she never made me feel like I was a failure because I was overweight. She makes me feel like hey girl, let's do this. We got this,
Motivation.
And so anyway, but we were talking about that, like how, see, I lost my train of thought because now I'm on that train of thought. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Oh, how choosing fitness, literally for a lot of big-hearted people, it's hard. Like people will look at somebody and be like, oh, she's 100 pounds overweight. But what they don't see is that woman chooses everybody except herself.
Everyone.
And the people in her life would probably crumble if she were to say no, right? Or act like they were crumbling. And so people could look and be like, oh man, she's whatever. But they don't look at the amazing beauty of her and then say, hey, like, let's take a walk or let me give you a hug because you might be overwhelmed.
Right.
Instead, it's like, oh, she needs to lose 100 pounds. And so I was just thinking about like so many people, they carry on the weight of themselves and others. And then when it comes to working out, they're either too exhausted or they feel like they're about to. When I first start working out, it was almost like everybody got the memo. I would be on my way. And if it wasn't for Lucia waiting for me, I would have detoured so many times, right?
Yeah.
But I couldn't because she was waiting for me and we were on a challenge.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting because seeing that in myself, everybody else's needs would have taken precedence yet again. And so I love big-hearted people and I would never want them to change who they are. My message most recently is, hey, say yes to yourself.
And create boundaries.
Boundaries,
You have
yes.
to create boundaries. And I tell my clients this, I live by this.
Okay.
Everything have boundaries.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm going to do this at this time and I'm done. I don't.
Yeah.
No is a complete statement too. It's a complete answer. It's a complete N-O period, exclamation, whatever you want to do. It is complete. So you have to create boundaries because as a woman, and we're here, we're there, we're doing this. You have kids, you might have a husband, you might girlfriend, whatever it is. You're everywhere, and we're just natural nurturers.
Yes.
And you have to create boundaries for yourself. If that means hitting the block again before you go home to listen to the song and just sing to it and just
right.
And that means taking a bath and just sitting in it a little bit longer.
Seeing a need and letting it go unmet.
Because every problem isn't your problem.
Right.
Everything's
but
not your fight.
People who are like, oh, I see that need, and you're so used to responding because of who you are, and you're amazing, and you're talented, and you're loving, but every need is not your need to fill. That is a hard lesson to learn. But as I look and I see even kids are like taking on cares of adults, and it's showing in their health, right? Because they don't know how to say, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? And not in a selfish way, you know what I mean? But just saying, hey, like, I care about you, but that I will see you. I'll support you through your problem, but it's not my problem.
And my husband has helped me with my boundaries. And he is, nope, I'm not doing that. Oh, yep, I'll be there. And it's just like, he's definitely set in his ways. And I've adapted some in that. Okay. And it's just like,
yeah.
No, thank you. And I can say no with a smile.
Oh, see.
No, I can't make it. Have a good day, though. And just go. I got stuff to do.
Right.
I can't do it.
And most people are more understandable than you realize.
Right.
They're gonna if they're users, they're gonna go ask somebody else, and they'll forget that you even whatever. But if they're not, and they love you, then they'll understand as well, and maybe set a precedent. All right. So I have two more questions. Okay. So first, what is your favorite thing about Youngstown and this region? Wait, are you from here? You
Born and raised.
Okay, all right. So what is your favorite thing about Youngstown or this region? What's just one of the things that you think is the greatest strength or
I think it
sets us apart?
It's the small knit. I think it's a small knit of the community where I can go ahead and say, I'm going to make a phone call and I'll connect you with such and such.
Yes.
Because in a bigger city, you're like, who? What? When it take you 25 minutes to get to another side of town,
you're right.
You don't really have that. And a lot of my friends and family, I have a client who just told me this. They moved from here to North Carolina, and they was like, we don't have that here.
Wow.
We don't have it like that here, and it's a bigger city. So
wow. Yeah.
you don't really get that like that in Charlotte as Youngstown. So
Yeah.
I like that.
That's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Sometimes it's good for us to look in the mirror and remember how special we are. Yeah.
Right.
And then the people who come from here, they take that and they're noticed everywhere else. You know what I mean?
And, and you start talking to someone and you're going to know someone that knows someone. Like, oh yeah, I know such and such. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's cool.
That is true.
And it's just
that
like,
is so true. I love it. I was just at an event over the weekend and I was talking to a guy who had a Ray-N t-shirt on. Dude, the amount of people who just came up to him and stopped him, not because they knew him, but because he went to Ray-N.
Right.
And, oh, you went to Ray-N right here. Oh, you know so-and-so. And I just watched it happen. I was like, I love it just from a t-shirt. I love that. I love it.
For sure.
Okay, so last and final question, the one that we ask all of our guests is word of mouth is the best way to promote local businesses and stuff. And so 3 of your favorite places in town that you would say, and I know it's not going to be the only 3, and it's always hard to pick only 3. But basically places that you would tell Youngstown Click or anybody listening, hey, you got to check this place out. I love it. And maybe it's a hidden gem or a favorite place you go to all the time.
I would definitely have to say MBAC.
Okay.
I would, and we've been talking about it, so I don't even know if that should be one of the ones. But
no, okay, so MBAC, for those of you who, it's MBAC.
Minority Business Assistance Center.
Okay.
So I would say one of those, but we've been talking about that. So
Okay. So that's a bonus. That's a bonus.
I would definitely say Made by Morgan.
Oh,
I would definitely say my baby girl
look,
Made
for
by
those
Morgan.
of you who are not watching the video, she actually did like a little frame around her face.
Made by Morgan.
Okay.
Shout out to her. Definitely got to shout out Bellaria. Bellaria's just been,
yes.
It's
Made in Youngstown, invented in Youngstown, born in Youngstown. The family of the original lady still runs the franchise. Yeah.
And everybody who moves out of town, when they come back home, they want Bellaria.
They want Bellaria.
They want Bellaria. It's just a Youngstown thing.
I love it. I love it.
Another one that I would say, our brain is just
That's okay. That's okay. I know. This happens to everybody, so don't feel bad.
60, I could just boom, 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 boom.
But trying to go top 3. Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna go with, and it's not even Youngstown though. It's Austintown.
No, it's the region between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay, so me and my husband always go to Barry Dingle's.
Oh.
We go to Barry Dingle's a lot.
Yum. Okay.
So.
Okay. What do you get? If you go a lot, you probably get a lot of things. But
no. I'm just because we don't.
Have your favorite.
Neither one of us eat pork or beef.
What? So what do you get?
So I get chicken or I get shrimp.
Oh, chicken. I forgot about chicken.
I get shrimp.
Okay.
Like he doesn't. He's allergic to seafood. Poor baby. Sorry, babe. He's allergic to seafood, but not me. So
only if he eats it or if he smells it or touches it.
So like. He can be around it.
Okay.
But if he eats
it.
Yeah. He's going to. Sometimes like, he kind of sneaks and say, let me just get one and shrimp. I'm like, I'm not going to emergency room. I'm not about to go.
Poor guy.
Like, I was like, you know what? Just eat a plate inside the ER.
Yeah. Just go in the waiting room so they could see you and brush you back there.
Like, because dude,
like, I don't know what happened. I was just eating lunch.
Like,
what about the imitation crab? Is that even real? That's not even real, is it?
I don't like it.
I wouldn't take a chance. But no, I don't like it either. But
I like real crab.
Oh, and I like real salmon rolls. Yeah.
I like seafood.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not like I'm picky. I'm a picky eater.
Are you?
I'm a picky eater.
Yeah.
But I like what I like. If I like it, bring it on. Bring it on. So, and I say Barry Dingle's because we started dating. That was like one of our first dates. And the waitress that's there, 2 of the waitresses, barmaids that was there, bartenders, barmaids.
Yeah. Are still there?
are still there.
You're kidding.
So it's like they already know what we're going to drink and everything.
And they
So,
remember you from your first date?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
So it's like, oh, hey,
That's so
you know.
great.
I
Aw.
mean, being good tippers help too.
Oh yeah, they always remember good tippers. Always,
So.
yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I have a friend who when I go out to eat with him, he tips so good, and I love going out to eat with him because we always like, hey.
Right. That's my husband. My husband he made me step up my tip game. I thought I was a good tipper. Then
Yeah.
I hooked up with him. I'm like,
That's what I'm saying.
whoa,
I'm a good tipper,
whoa.
but I don't got an extra 100 always in my wallet.
Right. I'm just like, I'm with him. Our meals together. So yeah, let's date night.
Right. That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, Monica, thank you for taking this time. I can't believe, where has the time gone?
My
Because this is, I mean, there is still, we didn't even share like individual like tips. We could have gotten but they could get your book for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The book is once again,
Let's Get Financially Lit.
Let's Get Financially Lit by Monica Anderson.
Yes.
You can find it on Amazon starting tomorrow.
Yes.
Or Tuesday. What is today? Monday. So yeah, it's Tuesday. And YBI.org. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you for
appreciate you
having me.
coming.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. And thank you for what you do for the community. So important and so necessary. So guys, growing up poor, we didn't learn a whole lot about money, nor did we really have much to do anything with. So if I had a message, it would be, no matter who you are, what you do, learn a little bit. Don't repeat patterns from the past. This is your time. This is your hour. This is your moment in Youngstown and this whole region to make your mark and do what it is to be prepared for the future. There are so many stories out there and stuff, but here in the heart of our region, you're not alone. You're never alone. And you are the best part of what makes Youngstown click. You are the best asset to this region. Like, we have so many things going for us, but if it wasn't for the people from outside come and comment on the people, because we are amazing and we are resilient. And you never know, your smile, a word of action, a food, just a kind gesture, whatever it may be, it's your power in this community, and you are important. So never ever forget it. We love you. Thank you for being part of Youngstown Click, and we will talk to you later.